Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a vintage transformation and I'm going to be doing this on my good friend Haneen. I'll link her Instagram so you can check her out. So to start off, this video is going to be all Kat Von D Beauty. It's not sponsored, but I have a lot of their stuff and I love the brand, so yay! I'm starting off with the Lock-It Hydrating Primer because we're going to use the Lock-It foundation, and that's a very high coverage, full coverage foundation. But I'm just going to apply that with my fingers. Next, I'm going to use the Lock-It foundation in the shade Medium 58 Neutral, and I'm going to use that with their foundation brush. And I love this brush because it's angled and you can really get in between the corners, like around the nose. As the lid primer, I'm taking the Lock-It Color Correcting Eyeshadow Primer in the shade Light, and I'm going to put that on her lids and smooth it out with my fingers again. This product can be a bit stiff, so I would recommend rubbing it maybe on your hand first, and it's great for oily lids because it really locks it in. Next, I'm going to take one of my favorite palettes, the Shade and Light Eye Contour Palette, and you can see mine's very dirty because I've used it quite a lot. And I'm going to be using the shade Latinus to set everything on her eyelid. I want a really neutral base, so this is going to do that for me. Then I'm going to take an even lighter shade, and this is called Lucius, I think. And I'm going to place that on the center of the lid. And I'm really going to pack in the color because I'm going for that super matte look. There is no shimmer today, just all matte everywhere. Next, I'm going to take the warm shade Ludwin and I'm going to run that through the crease to soften everything up and to bring back warmth in her eyes. And then to darken and define the crease, I'm going to take the medium brown, which is called Samael. I don't know if I should bother with these names, but I'll try. And I'm going to trace where I'm going to be doing the winged liner, so putting that brown back into her lash line basically. And I'm going to take the shade Celeos, which is the darkest brown in the palette, and I'm going to use that to do her eyebrows. And I really want a strong arched defined eyebrow because this is a 1950s look and eyebrows were definitely a focus back then. And with an angled brush, I'm just going to focus on filling the eyebrows from the top to give them more of a lift. Then I'm going to take the tattoo brow in medium brown and I'm going to draw very tiny hairs just at the beginning of the brow to give it a more realistic overall finish because we did overdraw her brows quite a bit. Next, I'm going to take the lightest shade in the palette and really highlight her inner corners and pop it a bit on the center of the lid again. And again, I'm using patting motions to really saturate that color. Next, I'm going to take one of my favorite liners, the ink liner in Trooper, which is a black. And I'm going to create quite a dramatic wing that is really sharp and goes upwards. Again, take your time with this step, and if you want, you can trace the eyeliner with powder in the beginning and then go over it with the ink liner so that you don't get any mistakes. Now for concealer, I'm going to use the Lock-It Concealer Creme. I think that's how it's called. In two shades, M27 Warm and M17 Warm. And I'm going to use the shade that's pretty much her skin tone first to neutralize, and then I'm going to highlight with a lighter shade. And I really want to create that flawless 1950s base where there's like blurred skin, full cover, just yeah, you know what I mean. And I'm going to blend that in with my beauty blender. To set everything in place, I'm going to take the Lock-It setting powder in translucent and pack that under the eyes and underneath the cheekbone to highlight. And while that's there, I'm going to take the Shade and Light contour palette for the face. And using the first two shades, I'm going to contour her cheeks. So it's going to be quite intense because I'm going to go over it with blush. And again, this look is going to be completely matte, so I'm not going to be using any highlighter. Everything's going to be done in matte powders. By the way, this is a shoot that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and I'm so excited to have started it because this was kind of like a trial, but we ended up really loving it. So I'm excited to see what other models I can bring in, how I can transform them, and it's just fun. Then I'm going to take one of my favorite yellow powders, which is Lyric, in this palette. And using an eyeshadow brush, I'm going to place that on her nose to highlight the tip of the nose and the bridge. And on the Cupid's bow. And getting rid of any darkness that might have been on the inner corners of the eyes, so I can eliminate any shadows. And then taking that light shade again, I'm going to put it underneath her brow bone to highlight. And again, I keep doing this because I lifted her eyes to put the liner, so I'm just going back in and cleaning everything up. And for lashes, I'm going to use these lashes from Maytha Lashes, and they're in the style Beignet. So now I'm going to take the warmest brown in the palette, and I'm going to put that in the crease again, and I'm going to put it on the lower lash line just to pull the look together. Okay, for blush, I'm going to take the Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in Lovecraft, and I'm going to mix that in with the primer. And I saw Eric Soto, who is the Kat Von D makeup artist, do this, so this is a trick I learned from him. And it's the first time I try it, and it works pretty well. You just have to be quite light-handed because it does go on a bit intense, but it blends beautifully. I didn't have a problem with blending or anything, which is awesome. Okay, for lipstick, I'm actually just going to use lip liner, and these are the new Everlasting lip liners. And the first shade that I'm starting with is Rosary, which is a beautiful bright red. And I'm going to fill in her lips, and I'm going to lift them and give them more of a Cupid's bow shape. So you'll see what I mean. But this is a beautiful, beautiful red. I really love this color, and it really completes the look, in my opinion. Now, these lip liners are very creamy and they feel very light, and they're really nice to blend into one another, which is what I'm going to do now. And I'm going to take the darker shade, which is Vampira, and I'm going to put that in the corners to make it look like her mouth is short. I don't know how to explain it. It's smaller, but then wider at the top. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think so. So more of a heart-shaped mouth. Yes, that's what I meant. I'm going to sharpen the edges of the lips with a bit of concealer and a flat brush, and setting it with a bit of loose powder to brighten everything. Take a big fluffy brush and brush away everything so we ensure everything is blended, and add a beauty mark with your liner just to complete the look. So this is the face done. Then pop the wig on, which is a beautiful wig that I ordered from Webster's Wigs. I'll put the link below, and it's in the style Marilyn in black. And this really completes the look. It brings it together, and I love it. I'm very excited about this look, and she looks stunning. So we're both really happy. We're both really happy with this look. I am planning on doing so many more transformations. I have redhead wig, I have a blonde, I have a brunette, and I have a more platinum one. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you guys very soon. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and yeah.